terms of again, cost and how does your organization structure cost and things like the different packages or what?
So I'm not sure if we have all the information here, but we can definitely provide it to you. That it depends on the choices in terms of what you do. Not all, but some centers would, and our center would do this as well. Where let's say that you both come in and you both want to contribute to the cycle, if you will. In many centers, you'll actually have you'd end up having to choose 2 separate donors, or you'd end up going through 2 separate cycles. You can't do it and synchronize. But that produces some burdens for a couple. So therefore, what we would do is you may end up having 1 egg donor provide enough eggs, and that's one of the reasons why you wouldn't be able to do that with, say, frozen eggs. Provide enough eggs so both partners can actually then go through at one time, have that those embryos created, and you'll end up having half from each of them, if you will. Now, although half of each of those eggs may be available and they may actually fertilize, they take on a different path because then essentially you're not equal. So therefore, let's presume that you 2 are together and you end up creating 10 eggs each. You may only have, sorry, you may only have, wow, one egg embryo from you and 5 from the other. Then you may have to make a choice in terms of then transferring 1 of each, or transfer 2 from one and then leave the other one frozen. But then you have to have some other choices in terms of what to do. And a lot of those costs are just related in terms of what.
In terms of frozen embryos, is there a life cycle or a time limit until they're frozen before they're discarded?
They're frozen until you decide, you've made the decision to discard them. So therefore, they can be 10, 15, 20 years.
And to be stowed, there's a cost associated with
But there are costs associated with that, or there are other long-term storage facilities that you can transfer those embryos to that increases the cost. So,
really quickly, do they get stored here in the Bay Area? Or do they?
if you're, each of the clinic has their own frozen bank. So therefore, many of those, many patients will choose to basically keep the embryo frozen with us. After the delivery of their child, they may actually transfer it to a long-term storage facility. If they want to have more than 1 child within a certain time frame, then they'll keep it frozen there until they're completed their families. So that's typically what happens.
That's a long.
But then once they're done and they have embryos still left over, they'll either make the decision to discard them, transfer them to another couple, donate them, or basically transfer them to a long-term storage facility to reduce the costs.